now that that's solved, here's a quick look at our bracket. Obviously, winner's side is sort of shaping out how we expected. Top seeds making it over the bottom seeds for now. Yesterday we had our first losers match, which was Jalon versus Ninten, so that should be exciting. But to do a rewatch, it was pretty good of a race, honestly, down to the very end. But the winner of that match, Ninten, gets to face the loser of VG Met. Meanwhile, the loser of this match, again, this is a best of 3 for the winner semis matches. So they aren't done after just one game. But I think our racers are just about ready to go. So I'm gonna let them start themselves off. Let's turn on their auto start. Yeah, this should be exciting. They are doing King of Datas, so they have to fight 3 unique datas and search for the proofs as well. It's essentially league points, so these racers are very well familiar with that hint system. The only stipulation is that there is no synthesis. You do not have to synth any proofs or any other important checks.
That would be some wild settings if you had to synth your proofs.
If you had to synth them, then it would just basically just pick a data.
I mean, yeah.
Which I guess isn't that bad. Obviously, you already do have that setting in place. If there is a proof in 100 Acre, Levels, or Drimes, or in a world that already has a proof, racers are able to pick another data of their choosing. Again, just have to defeat 3 unique data. So that is the main rule. Alright, racers are off and ready to go. So we'll probably see the standard start from both of these, probably starting in Pride Lands. I will say Sonic will probably check the shop for us. We will start with 5 visit unlocks, so we'll have some idea of what's not necessarily locked. We're getting a bit of stream delay. Let's see if I could get that alleviated at some point.
Yeah, I was gonna say, between the 2 racers, I don't expect to see any kind of wild plays like you would out of like a Jalon or a Met. You know, get some pretty standard play out of these 2.
It's gonna look a little ugly from Sonic's side of things. There we go. Mag and sync. Yeah, apologies for that.
Also, starting off with Donald Fire is also a pretty good Donald ability just to have off rip. Especially if you find yourself doing like a later or an OC push kind of early to help with the Demix fight if you get that far.
I will say, Fire definitely you don't want to see... Oh, there we go, Sonic. Alright, Sword of the Ancestor, Beast Claw, Membership Card, Battlefield's Vor, and Picture.
Honestly, pretty solid sets. You're just one off of TT3 access. Sonic just doing the question mark, so he knows they're in the shop. But won't pick them up right now, or drag them onto his tracker.
That is one of the things he likes to do. That way, he knows that the visit locks are in the shop, but he doesn't, or he knows that he doesn't have them.
Yeah.
I will say, speaking of Donald Fire, hopefully it doesn't mess up Sonic here. Donald Fire is kind of one of the worst attack moves to get for this opening fight. Mostly just because sometimes Donald can just make your party member, or sorry, make the living builds just fly up to the top of the screen and you can just sit there, do nothing. So we saw Ragnoth, I believe, put Donald Fire to like the red setting, or like use as minimal as possible. I'll say, speaking of fire, we did get one in the first from the Parklands.
Get your own fire.
Yeah, honestly, fires in these settings, it's one of the most useful spells, just because of having access to the final fire, no revenge cheese.
Yep, it melts a lot of the AS fights and actually just a lot of the datas or super bosses in general.
Yeah, that is if you do have stats. Looking at their stats right now, they're okay. They're kind of what you expect from leaving a Pride Lands first fight. We'll see if it keeps up.
We're better than Ninten and Jaylon because they already have more than 7 strength. We're good. Give a quick run.
Oh, ice cream. So that's already full TT3 access.
That's full TT3 access.
Yeah, Ragnoth doesn't know it yet, but that will be full access. Unfortunately, because of these settings, it's likely to not see that. Because it is a lot of bulk checks, it's good, but it doesn't have a lot of progression. Overall.
Right.
Oh, wow.
Skill and crossbones too. Okay, so we're getting a lot of world unlocks early.
That's technically already, 6 worlds fully available, if you have to do any of the datas from those worlds.
Picking up a finishing plus is always nice.
Okay, fencer earring, decent accessory. Wow, these are decent keys.
Definitely some decent keys.
Yeah, Sonic doing the exact same, checking, and a reflect.
And a reflect.
Wow.
That's a pretty goated Pride Lands.
It's very, very generous. Surprising there was actually no answer reports. This is using the points progression system, so answer reports will hint an important check randomly in a world.
Mm-hmm. And speaking of there it is. First one, Source Art says once more.
That's actually kind of an okay hint. You actually want to eliminate your 5s, you also want to potentially get that once more, depending on the datas you have.
Right.
Obviously, these racers are fully comfortable without potentially getting that. Obviously, certain fights you'll have to maybe jog your memory or play a little bit more passive, but for the most part, a lot of these racers don't second chance or once more. A very quick death from Sonic. Same with Ragnoth as well.
Yeah. Well, super quick deaths. At least one of them did the sweep attack where it just takes out all your HP in one hit.
We should get our first hint for progression hints. The first 3 hints are hinted 1 at a time, then after that it is 2 at a time. So only one world will get revealed right now, or will get their point value revealed, rather.
Yeah, and I think if you're on Sonic's side here, because you know what's in the shop, you definitely want one of those worlds where you know of all the world unlocks. You probably want one of those to get hinted.
Getting TT revealed would honestly probably be a good really
TT
good.
would be a great reveal for these racers, and especially when Ragnoth checks a shop as well.
And unfortunately, it was not. It was SP that got revealed. It's 19 points.
19 points, so... kind of an odd number to get off that.
Yeah, it seems like there probably might just be a report there, which will make it a 16. That's more likely, I would say, to be something.
Yeah, I would say that's a pretty good guess that there's just a report and then takes it to have a 16.
Alright, Ragnoth squeezing in one extra bit of leveling here. I'll probably also see him go to OC as well.
Yeah, I expect both these racers to kind of follow the same path for probably a good majority of this race.
Ooh, okay, Ragnoth actually does PR first. Get a guard break.
Yeah. Doing the PR, quick 3 checks. Why didn't you Thunder?
Get a Thunder, very nice. Any offensive magic is good. Okay, maybe Ragnoth is just opting to do OC on the later end, hoping to maybe find maybe another
Probably
glide,
looks like another
area
glide.
dodge. Yeah.
Yeah, except having that level 1 glide, that's just a long glide down. See if Ragnoth can find anything here before the screens. So, nothing here yet.
So this 19 is pretty late then. Or rather, later than you would hope.
Later than you'd like. You would have wanted at least one thing to kind of lower that number down to kind of get a better gauge as what you're looking for.
And probably expect maybe a dip into 100 Acre really quick. First 3 chests. Okay, go straight to DC. Standard push as well.
Yeah, I definitely think like Ragnoth is one of those he likes to have at least one page before maybe checking it in there. Just because you're right there.
Alright, courtyard looking a little empty. Gets a bone fist. That's another early visit unlock.
So it's at 7 now?
Yep. 7 worlds fully accessible. Technically, if you want to be nitpicky, you can also consider STT, what is it? ST and whatever it was in DC tunnel server. It's fully accessible, so there's only a few more worlds left that they would need unlocks for.
Yeah, we're looking Scimitar, Pride Lands, or Scimitar and Proudfang and Identity Disc. You're looking at Sonic's tracker. Since he did mark those items in the shop for us.
Wow, that was a pretty solid push from Ragnoth. Okay, we're also seeing Sonic do the exact same thing, going to go for the mouse push. It is 2 progression points, so it's pretty solid. You're also missing a bunch of reports. Again, the reports are supposed to be rather early. They're all set to first visit. So the fact that we haven't seen any of them, it's kind of spooky.
Yeah, if
like
you're
even
not
like
seeing
2
those,
or 3.
yeah, if you're not seeing those, you're starting to think that they might be like an STT or even the world never was.
It would be nice to actually get some more info on what's in your world, potentially hint some 5s. Okay, so far Sonic's getting a good push.
Yeah, Sonic had a very, very nice push out of Sonic there. Meanwhile, I think Ragnoth will have one more RC to do, and then we'll finish his push off.
Yeah, just a little shy.
Yeah. Finding a jackpot, so can definitely start boosting his money up if he goes into Port Royal with that Thunder.
Alright, see what the last remaining checks here in TR could be. Okay, hey, finally a report.
Okay, Twilight Town has a magnet.
It's a pretty okay hint. Unfortunately, not a 5 off the board, but it is at least a tool, which I actually want. I will say this is Data's, so you will have to do some second visits, so sometimes Magnet is actually very, very useful for those.
I like that reflect
the
there.
next
I like that. Yeah, I like that reflect there from Ragnoth though off the bounce from Pete when he rolled down. Oh, I just saw that Pridelands is already done. That's a bad hint. I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah, at least it's good in the sense that you don't have to go back there for anything.
Right.
Think about it. Kind of one of the few worlds you probably never really want to go back to. You can help it.
That is true. I think even then, like, you probably just wanted that hinted a little later, because even if it was dead and you got it hinted later, you probably wouldn't even think about going there anyways. Okay, and there's Ragnoth checking the shop.
Yeah, so we're missing only 3 unlocks. 2 of them really are the ones we care about, which is potentially Scimitar and Identity Disc.
Yeah. No. So yeah, that is one thing is, Pridelands is dead, so you don't really want to find that Proudfang.
Alright, we'll also probably see Sonic go straight to Agrabah as well after this. Wow, another Reflect and a Blizzard.
Another Reflect and a Blizzard. Okay, so earlier Reflera. See what other goodies are being held here, if any.
Okay, just a Keyblade. We did get a Mage Earring. That's obviously 2 magic increase as an accessory, which is obviously pretty good. Man, both Berserk charges are on keys, so they do find Hori at some point, then some bosses will probably be melted immediately by that.
Yeah, and I saw one of them was a 6/7, so a very good stat Keyblade.
Alright, on to the other bulk parts of Agrabah checks. Okay, Ragnoth taking an alternate route just to make sure that the spawns are potentially in his favor. Oh, misses the Blizzard. Oh, does get a fire though. I believe the bandits are to breathe a little bit of fire. So the chest. Oh, the chest wasn't open.
Oh, I think he left us a little too soon.
Yeah, thankfully he does have magic though, so he's able to easily break the stall. Okay, accessory slots always are good to pick up. You especially want that in item slot ups. Armor slot ups, you kind of are okay without. You essentially, when you play crit, you operate under the assumption that you're just never gonna get hit. That's puzzle piece.
Or if you get hit, you're just dead anyways. So. More Keyblades, so maybe one of those is holding like a Light and Darkness or an Experience boost. Honestly, you probably don't want to see. But yeah, just get all the puzzle pieces. Get them all. Collect everyone.
Yeah, I would like to clarify for those watching, puzzle pieces do nothing. I think he's just maybe muscle memory collecting them right now.
One day we'll have puzzle pieces hold the checks.
Soon. Coming to a Seed Gen update sometime in the future, potentially.
That would definitely make for some interesting races, I would say. See Ragnoth dipping into the quick shotgun here of World Never Was. I expect Sonic will probably follow afterwards.
I'll say probably a Beast Castle visit is coming up. It is, again, pretty solid progression points. You get 2 from Thresholder, then 1 point from Beast himself.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, another thunder. So that's Reflera, Thundara. Their magic stats are decent for now. Obviously, they could put on better accessories like Sonic just did.
Yeah, and like you're saying, the Beast Castle coming out from Sonic here. And also Ragnoth.
We'll see if we find anything interesting. Reports HPS pages. It's an okay hint. It's a 5 knocked off the table. Still nothing so far. Maybe all the reports, maybe they should just all be here.
Yeah, they're just all hanging out after Thresholder.
Alright, time for the last set of chests before we have to get to Thresholder. They will get their next world hint after this, so it'll be good. They can maybe do a bit of planning after. It's also potentially, if Beast Castle does get hinted, they can maybe bail sooner if they get a good hint or a bad hint for it.
Yeah, that would definitely be an okay hint for him to get on Thresholder. Be like, okay, can I just leave now, or you know, go up to Beast maybe and like leave.
Okay, Sonic double checking his keys once more. Make sure his accessories all set up as well. For this Thresholder fight, it should actually be pretty. It's okay. You have good strength. You're just gonna probably sit there and reflect though, so it should also be an easy fight in that regard. Holy. Palette, thanks for the 5 gift subs, much appreciated. That's another, a lot of money added to the pot for what's King of the Crown. I haven't mentioned this. There's just I'm putting a soft cap probably on this, but it'll happen eventually. Meanwhile, though, Ragnoth getting the clutch, really hard to get tech, which is the reflect finisher. You can do that on both beginner and crit. The issue is it's pretty much RNG if you can do it, because you're at the mercy of the enemies to make sure they get an attack. It worked out though for them because they do have a Reflera, which is ginormous. Compared to Reflect.
And off that, Twilight Town got hinted to have it's a full 20, so 13 left after that magnet.
Honestly, that's pretty an okay hint. 13 points, be solid. You could potentially, I mean, so 13 is always a guaranteed 3 and a 10. The 10 at that point either being a 5-5 or a 3-7. So if you wanted, you could shotgun it, try to see if you can get that report out, and then decide what you want to do after that.
Or even if you like picked up the 7, then you know it's not, you have no reason to push it further.
Oh yeah, exactly. That also is a super solid thing to consider as well. Oh wow, just a glide.
Okay, there's a glide, so you could see Ragnoth and XP boost. Okay, Beast Castle kind of holding the good stuff right now.
Has a gold ring that sells for 500, I think.
Definitely sells for a decent amount, but with that glide, I think you could see Ragnoth going to do his OC shotgun with that.
Yeah, he'll get a guard break, so we'll be happy about that. Other than that, not really anything of interest in OC, who doesn't get the kill, finally. Another RC boost, or actually the first one.
Yeah, I think that's the first one. I think the other one might be on a Keyblade. Okay, go to Hollow Bastion.
I think I'll go back eventually. Meanwhile, though, Sonic will take his shot at TT, try to scope out what the 13 could possibly be, or rather the 10 of the 13. Wow, a second FC boost.
Okay, so I mean, if for some reason you have to do Zaldin, you're pretty good. Even though I think Sonic just does Berserk Hori on him anyways.
Yeah, well, we need to see if we actually find Hori.
That is true. You need to find the Hori.
Okay, we do get one report. 100 Acres of Cure. It's kind of an okay hint. Combo boost as well.
Yeah, so we did unfortunately find the 3 right away, so still looking to see what this 10 is going to be. Another form boost.
Alright, Ragnoth does find the page in HB1. He will do Bailey. I maybe suspect that he might consider buying the membership card, maybe selling the gold ring.
I could definitely see
try to go for
Ragnoth
Reflect here. Oh no, just gonna go for a bit of Thunders. I will say, he's getting quite a bit of money.
He's definitely getting a lot of money. Okay, Sonic opting just to leave before the station fight. That's definitely fair.
Yo, Aquamarine Ring?
He could definitely sell it.
Yeah, right, Sonic is immediately going to sell.
We'll pick up the... Ooh. Okay, it does pick up the membership card and the picture, so we'll be able to do Hollow Bastion 2 right away and have full access to the TT3.
Sonic or Ragnoth picks up an item boost, and he's gonna do the minigame. Okay,
that's definitely fair.
Yeah, it is one progression point. Also, it potentially does leave you open to, if 100 Acre does get revealed, to have a 5 in it, or can potentially be mathed out to have a 5. They're already making progress in that world.
Mm-hmm.
Suspect Ragnoth might, again, he might be using this time as well to think and plan. That's something that's very good about doing 100 Acre minigames, is you can just sort of turn your brain off about the minigame itself and turn your brain on for trying to figure out what your plan is for the rest of the seed.
Yeah, I definitely think the minigame itself was just a kind of downtime to figure out where you want to go after or go next. I wonder when Sonic he picks up the page here, if he, or after he's done with the Bailey fight, if he's just gonna continue through Hollow Bastion 2, or if he will go into 100 Acre like Ragnoth did.
And Ragnoth is gonna go to TT now.
Yeah, we'll see if he decides to leave after before Station Fighter well, or if he'll go up to Tower and then leave. I suspect he'll probably just leave the same way Sonic did.
I feel like you can potentially argue that you might want to just do the fight. Oh, never mind. Okay, the way he's routing, route right now, he's not.
Yeah, he'll be leaving through the Sandlot.
Okay, you did call out though. He will be checking the page right away. I don't know if he'll do the minigame though. Ooh, okay, this might be the minigame. Okay, yeah, he is.
Yeah, definitely fair play. Yeah. Like I said,
keep
makes
your
progress in the
open.
world. Makes progress in the world and then gives you time to reset and think a little bit where you want to go next. I suspect that because he picked up the membership card, that he might just go back into HB2.
Four 7 combo boost. It's an okay key. If you're not really using your strength stat at all, that's like one of the best keys you can probably ask for.
Yeah, look at the stats. 2022 on Sonic's side here, so definitely stick it close to each other in forms of the stats. And while Ragnoth is now going to do his shotgun here. Now he's got that glide too.
Cool, okay, Sonic selling more.
Selling the Ocarina, I think he's just going to start picking up more world unlocks here.
Ooh,
Beast Castle.
Gonna do Beast Castle? Okay, I like this.
Okay.
It's a pretty solid choice to check.
We'll get his world reveal after he does the Dark Horn fight here.
Yeah, this is worth 2 progression points, so he'll be 1 point towards his next stint. If he does the first start, or the first fights of KH2, he will also get another 1 point from that.
Very, very nice kill there from Sonic. Ragnoth picked up the membership card, and then also going into BC2.
Right, Sonic so far pretty okay fight. Unfortunately, it does get this weird attack that you have to deal with. It's a super armor, so it doesn't get any kind of stun. We do get our next world reveals, 2 of them actually. Levels is a 10, and I believe LOD is a 9. Yeah, so LOD is now confirmed dead, and Levels is actually confirmed 2 5s. Levels cannot have an answer report, which is the only 3. So it is, and you can't put 9s there, you can't put 7s there as well. So it can be only mathed out to 2 5s.
Yeah, so definitely a very solid or a very nice world reveal there on the levels. I expect that they have the 1 experience boost, that sometime soon they might be doing their screen levels to try and chip away at that.
Yeah, with the tools they have though, trying to level sounds a bit rough, because you won't be really killing the enemies immediately, or rather as fast as you probably like. Now granted, their XP multiplier is boosted. I believe it's 3.5 times on master settings compared to the Wayfinder settings of this. So they'll still get decent levels.
Yeah, like I said, I don't think it'd be anytime soon, like immediately, but like in a little bit.
Sonic just doing some bulky manips right now. Gonna try to get some little easy XP at some point.
And meanwhile, Ragnoth taking a dip into Hall Bastion 2. I wonder how far he'll go.
Okay, the Rumbling Nose Check does have another accessory slot, so you're pretty happy with that.
You're definitely happy with that pickup.
Aside from that, though, this BC2 visit doesn't really offer too much. Okay, he will take a dip, he will leave. Oh, I think he's just gonna go for Prison Keeper now, go for some bulk progression points.
Ragnoth finding a high jump.
You know, these guys are still formless, something to keep in mind. So that's kind of one of the more powerful tools that they just have not found. Like, they haven't found a single one that they can even, like, force another final with.
Right. So as I said, I think Ragnoth leaves once he, like, finishes up the corridor. I don't think he does the fight.
You could do it, it would just be really slow with
It'd be
the
slow.
Superflera. There's also 2 progression points, so you might try to do it for that alone. You have Thundara as well, Thunder Boost too.
Yeah, Thunder Boost.
So it's pretty solid damage. Ooh, that's scary.
Oh.
That's not one of the datas I think you wanted to fight with the current tool set. You have nothing. You basically have nothing.
You have nothing for Demix right now. Man, when we thought we got rid of him and then it was Vexen that took his place, Demix just comes back, reclaims his spot like, nah, I'm back.
Alright, so that is our first confirmed data, and these guys need info, they need forms, they need something.
You need
to deal with that. You need Duck Flare at the very minimum, and we have not seen that, and it is not in the shop.
Yeah, well, they have picked up a few Donald staffs in Twilight Town. I just don't think anybody has checked those yet. They picked up like 2 or 3.
Okay, I do like what Ragnoth is doing, opting to just check after TT, see what this 10 could be right away. If he's wrong and it's just a 3-7, he at least gets a 3. If he's right, then he at least has full access to TT in full.
Mm-hmm. Well, Sonic is just going to be finishing up his Oogie fight here. Another Donald staff, so do have a few staff checks, see if they have Duck Flare.
I will say, Duck Flare alone is not enough. Unless they get better stats, they'll have to do the main part of the fight at level 1, which is kind of annoying. Like, there's a loop you can do, or sorry, there's a sort of like a retaliation loop that can be done on Demix, but you need to get to that point, and that also takes a lot of time. Alright, we'll see what our next couple world reveals are from Sonic's side.
Yeah, unfortunately, Jack is down, so he wasn't able to do a dance call, so he has to do this the long way. Disney Castle gets real just to have a 3 left. And what's the other one?
STT is a 9, so that's also not good. Reminder, forms are worth 9 points, as well as your other visit unlocks. So, with a lot of the 9s remaining being your forms.
Being your forms, yeah, we have 3 visit unlocks in every form.
Yeah, it's scary to think that STT and LOD could have your dry forms, and again, you have to fight Data Demix, which you pretty much want at least like 2 or 3 forms.
Well, the thing is, they could also just be pages too, both like
or reports.
Both STT or yeah, reports. Because we've only found what 3, 4. So definitely don't have a lot of those out. If more of those were gone, I could definitely see it being more of your 9s or the forms and maybe a world unlock. But the amount of pages up, you're expecting those to probably be pages or reports right now.
I feel like maybe the best case scenario for this seed is like, or at least would make these racers like feel not as bad, but maybe a little bad as well, is if there's like a level 50 proof or something.
Oh, that would be cruel.
Okay, I like what Sonic did. Does a bit of any percent strats, taking a bit of damage from one of the enemies there, then gets to XP boost off a bulky vendor.
Meanwhile, Ragnoth found another report, so it is TT is confirmed dead, and Space Prognosis has Stitch.
That is an okay hint. Now SP is a 14. That could be a 7-7 or a 5-9 at this point. Okay, he's gonna go for PR. I think that's fair.
Yeah, having Thundara definitely will make a lot of these pirate fights go by really fast. Magic stat is still a little low, so I think you're going to be 2-hitting him. Oh, never mind, he is 1 hit. It does do a 1 hit.
Okay, Sonic is gonna push after this 19, I think. He's gonna try to XP boost as well. He's already selling stuff, trying to buy some ethers.
Yeah, so that 35 magic base Sora.
Okay, Ragnoth finding those reveals as well. Oh, it's poor Ragnoth getting trolled by the boxes there. Alright, we'll see how Sonic gets through leveling here. Honestly, this magic stat's pretty okay. 35, it's pretty solid. Okay, he's just gonna go for Reflects. I think that's the safe play for now, until you maybe want to start using your Thunders a bit more often.
Yeah, because he hasn't stepped foot in the world that was, so he doesn't have that Thundara like Ragnoth has.
A reminder, Sonic doesn't have Second Chance or Once More, so he is basically playing with a bit of fire here. Just needs to make sure he always is conscious or conscientious of what the enemies are doing.
Yeah, but was able to get that magic set up high enough, so now Thunder is student one hits.
It is approved on levels. Alright, so that means they get a freebie choice of any data to pick, in addition to the ones that are already required. Oh,
Yeah,
Once
so
More, okay.
Oh,
That's
one
early.
person. Okay.
Oh, he leaves. Okay, that's a bold choice. I feel like maybe you should have
Maybe-
considered leveling a bit more to see what that other 5 could be.
Maybe he's out of ethers. I don't know how many he's able to pick up.
That might be related. Alright, so that was, I believe,
know,
like
he's-
level 31, 30? Around there?
30, yeah, 31 was the proof. So Ragnoth will definitely get that here in a little bit.
Yeah. He actually won't be getting it off of just Minified alone. He'll have to go out of his way a little bit to level. I will say these stats are not looking that good. They're level 34 with 34 magic, 34 strength, 37 magic. So not the greatest of stats.
No, stats
So
are
it
definitely.
seems like these might be level 1 data fights.
Yeah, because you lost access to TT3 level, and you have really no reason to go back. Unless for some reason that this gets hinted of fire and it's the only fire you can find, but I don't doubt that to be a... Or you still have one fire. So, yeah, you just have no reason to go back.
And I will say, with a report being on, with a proof being on levels, it really now changes things a lot, because you have to sort of route in your freebie choice of what world you want to do and what data you want to do. But I think maybe for something like for Sonic, obviously I don't think he'll consider doing Data Luxord. He's not really a big fan of that fight. He might try to route in something he's been more comfortable with. The freebie choice you can always try to do, especially with the access they have, is Data Axle in TT. Super solid choice usually.
Yeah, you have that, and then, well, Beast Cast, I mean, you could also just do Zaldin.
Yeah, but currently with the tools they have, it still be sort of on the slow end, even with the
Right.
reaction boost.
And, you know, speaking of that,
Ooh.
we had Halloween Town revealed, literally has nothing, and then Beast Castle has a 7 left.
Yeah, so, I mean, if Sonic finds Hori Slash, then Zaldin would probably be the play. For now, it's probably low priority comparatively. I will say,
Yeah.
though, if you wanna, with our combined streamer knowledge, we do know that SP is just confirmed 9 now. The 14 is just a 9. We have a hint for Stitch. We just found Genie from the Hostile Program fight. So that means there's only thing left there is a 9.
So, more than likely going to be one of your drives, finally.
Okay, Sonic doing some, I think this is like an old school 90% strat here for Roxas. Alright, just needs one more. Very nice. Very solid fight.
And missed it on Ragnoth side, but just finished off Barbosa. And somewhere before Barbosa, or between Barbosa and Midfight, picked up another Blizzard. So they have access to Blizzara. So that Axel is kind of looking like your freebie right now.
Alright, Ragnoth will keep pursuing this PR2 visit. Totally fair. Okay, Baseball Charm found, so that's another 5 off the table. And he's still missing that unhinted HP proof. Just deciding still not to go into HP2 to shotgun or check corridors.
I think it's definitely fair. You could definitely hold off onto it right now. Because, like I say, you're only pushed up to corridors, and obviously that's just where the proof is. But you're really not getting much out of it, so let's... unfortunate death there. But like I was saying, or going off of... You really have, like, was it like 5, 6 checks? Yeah, no, you have 3 outside, like 4 or 5 inside. So, I mean, yeah, I can see it going.
10 checks. You get, what is it? 2 from Leon, 3 chests. I'm sorry, it's 12?
Yeah, I was starting to bet that. I was like, okay, you know, you're actually not missing on. You're not. There's actually quite a few checks that you can do just up to corridors.
Yeah, it is a lot of checks. I recommend people to consider checking it relatively often.
Okay, sorry, going into auto limit. You just picked that up there.
Yeah, unfortunately, it doesn't have another form, so we can only level it up to level 2 max. Again, we're still formless. We don't really have any tools. Got a Reflera, and that's it. Thundara? Sure. Okay, he will check HP finally.
Okay.
A magnet for Ragnoth?
Yeah,
it's okay.
Magnet. I mean, knowing that you have to go through 1K, definitely a solid pickup on his end. Wishes he could have probably found that other magnet in Twilight Town.
Ooh, money pouch. That's nice.
That's definitely a solid pickup. But once he gets the proof off of levels, he might opt to go back in. Okay. Another magnet.
Now you're very happy, and I think you probably go to screens after that.
Yeah, you definitely
consider screens heavily. Okay, he will buy some stuff. Yeah, buying a bunch of ethers. He's leaving some money open just in case. Yep, right to screens. He knows the agenda. He's got to work on levels.
I wonder
That's
if
a really solid visit.
I wonder if your Ragnoth wins, because you know you're going to get that proof. Do you just set up to do an Axel? Because you do have Blizzara.
I feel like you could. You could wait things out. Again, you would get access to that Magnega at that point, which means you're 1K and Final Fantasy
you're 1K
objectively faster. I can see a world where you go to Mansion, but you don't do Axel. That way you at least still have another backup leveling spot accessible.
Yeah, because we still don't know what's further on that levels. For your 5s, you have 4 pages, second chance, and then 2 proofs. So very unlikely that it's just a double proof.
Alright, so Sonic finally getting the proof. I expect he might consider just doing corridors, especially because he does have better stats.
Yeah, I think Ragnoth is like only like level 15 when he was going through here. Yep, Sonic will just do the quarter fights here.
Oh, I'm sorry, it was level 32, which I believe the proof was on with Ragnoth. Just about to get it, yep. So now he's kind of in an awkward position where he can opt to do... Oh, that was so crazy from Ragnoth. He used his party members as a shield to make sure he doesn't get hit.
I love it. Gets his once more there.
Yeah, he's gonna keep leveling. We'll see. Oh no! Takes a hit.
Like frame 1 spawned on him.
That's super unfortunate of a hit. Did not want to get that. So he will lose a minute from just that death alone, obviously, it's messing up screens. almost could have potentially died there. I saw that one little stray bullet.
Yeah, it was coming after him. And while Sonic picked up a slide dash here inside of Core, I don't think he picked up anything else as ability-wise. Another set of Torn Pages, so that's another 5 off the table.
And so we're missing 2 pages, 1 summon, second chance approved, so that's quite a bit left on that's quite a bit left, yeah. I wonder if Sonic just does any percent at this point and opts to just do Demix. Now, granted, you don't have... Oh, wow,
Glide on 36. Ragnoth
so
will definitely pick that. Provided he doesn't get, like, frame 1 hit here again.
Dude,
oh,
no, that's so unfortunate. Okay, so Sonic also takes a death there, unfortunately. Fortunately for him, that's not as bad as Ragnoth's deaths.
Yeah, Ragnoth is like a minute into screens.
Yeah, this is honestly a super tough seed. You are basically still without good tools. Like, obviously Ragnoth currently in the lead with having tools. He does have that Magnera.
Yeah, and I honestly don't expect Sonic to go there unless that gets hinted.
Yeah, if it does get hinted, currently it sits... Wow, that's a lot of... So that's all 7s. That's like a 35 total for Sonic to be at 28.
Right now. Yeah.
Okay, is Ragnoth playing it safe? He is. He's done wasting time, losing time with that.
Yeah,
he does have the proof. He will get once more eventually.
Sonic selling more things to get more ethers.
Oh yeah, because he hasn't gone to PR. Okay, he's going to PR now.
Okay. But... Unfortunately, all the goodies were in PR2.
Now I wonder if Ragnoth here does hostile program. You know, it's a 14. It could be a 5-9, so I'd probably expect him to do it.
I would expect it.
Yeah, okay, he will do it.
At the very least, you're building up your progression points.
Yeah, from his perspective, it's totally a viable spot to come here.
Yeah, I heard that's a possibility that Ragnoth can just go to TT3 and be like, okay, my screen's kind of let me down.
Okay, he's gonna go for the session, not session. Oh my god, forgetting the limit name. Setup strat.
Setup.
There we go. Said the wrong S word a couple times.
It happens.
Those who have never seen it, for the setup strat, you want to make sure you're adjacent to the wall. You're doing I believe the triangle one, the one where the attack goes around the party members. It'll hit the wall and make it so that you can move on to the next parts of these setup limits. Just read that over and over until you get the finisher. Alright. Now, as pointed out by chat, Sonic did just get his next couple of hints, and now the seed is officially cursed.
Whoa. 32 on 100 acre.
17 on drives. So, for the record, we have not found a single drive form, except now. Sonic finally finds final. But, yeah, there's 17 points. 17 is a guaranteed 5-5-7. Again, can't have any threes. 100 acre, currently at 23. Also can't have threes. So I believe that 23 breaks down to a 5-9-9 or a, what is it? 7-9-7?
Yeah, 7-7-9.
So this seed is slowly getting a little bit more cursed than cursed.
It's
slowly.
Just slowly. The one good thing is they finally found a drive form. And we know that Space Paranoids also has either a drive form or a world unlock. Being that it can't be Identity Disc, you're probably thinking there's just going to be another form there in Space Paranoids 2.
But at that point, it's probably needed, and also it'd probably help you doing your datas.
If it's Wisdom, you're just like, okay, I need this.
Yeah, but you can also say the same for STT. STT is also a 9.
STT
is also a 9. Now, granted, because of how reports are set up, reports obviously are worth 3 points. STT and LOD could just be 3 reports. Meanwhile, SP2 is guaranteed.
It's guaranteed
to be
a 9.
So these guys could play into that math and logic a bit and go after a guaranteed 9.
I wonder if Ragnoth will just fully leave and go to 100 Acre and.
I think I'll go Dancers really quickly, yeah.
Okay.
And then after this, he'll get 1 progression point, which will give him that hint. So then by that point, he might actually probably go straight to 100 Acre. So he will get Final, and at that point, you probably just maybe full send TT. Sonic's already here.
Yeah, I was just wondering if he'd do it before Dancers, and then he'd get his Final and be able to start leveling it here. But still, it's a fair play. Just do your Dancers. There's the hints, and he'll just dip.
Yeah, I will say Final is actually probably one of the forms you literally did not want to find. I feel like these racers would probably rather force Final than actually find it.
They definitely would have liked to. Yeah, they definitely wanted to force it. Or would have rather forced it, I would say.
Ragnoth's gonna keep going. Okay, I like this. His magic set's decent enough. He's got Magnera. He just has to get through these fights. And he'll have Demix prepped. Obviously, he's not going to go into Core. Core isn't required. It could have checks, but we don't know anything about it for now. So doing Demix first is the 100% safe play. So if there are any more checks, for example, if this world did get hinted at some point, then it would be smarter and more optimal to go do Demix first, the forced required content, then do the optional content of Core.
Yeah, you have to come back and do this. So just doing the required content, like you said, just the way better play here.
I will say this is decent damage.
Yeah, definitely so. That finishing plus strength set. Even the reflects are doing about 1.5 bars, it looked like.
So it's Genie here, okay.
Genie strats.
Not gonna lie, I don't know why he summoned Genie. I'm trying to think. What's the strat that can come out of this?
I'm kind of wondering that myself.
That was okay damage. I think it was just a factor of he just didn't get any of the hits in. There we go, okay. That looks more like the damage you wanted.
Yeah,
you get Fantasia.
Fantasia, okay.
It's okay. Not a duck flare.
Yeah. But then again, nobody has checked down stabs in a while, and I know they've picked up quite a few.
Now for Ragnoth's side, this will be a lot of solid progression points. He'll get 2 more from finishing Final Fantasy fights. He'll get 2 from 1k. I feel like maybe you actually considered not doing 1k potentially.
I think you would stop before 1k. I'd be very surprised if he just goes in with Magnera when he knows he could just go get Magnaga, get more levels doing it too. Especially when you're going to pick a final form in 100 Acre as well.
If he checks 100 Acre. Okay, Sonic leaves right away. Is he just gonna go do this? Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, that's also fair. Max, that's decent enough. Now, he also doesn't have tools, so from his perspective, I think the mindset is, this is not gonna get any better for me, regardless of what I get. Like, if I have a magnet, it's not gonna get any better, so doing this right now would probably be better. He also does have final levels, so Demix will at least be done a little bit faster.
Yeah, he will.
Well, actually, quite a bit faster. Maybe like 30
Final
seconds.
Fire. Yeah, Final Fire will definitely make a fight a lot faster for him. Meanwhile, Ragnoth, through Final Fantasy fights, or just about here. So Magnera definitely put in work for him.
Let's see if he gets any fun important checks in Crystal Fisher. He does finally get a glide, the glide off of levels. Okay, he will leave. I think it's a bit safe.
Yeah, gonna
And
go.
he will get final.
Okay. We'll get his final. I think that might push him into doing Twilight Town.
Yeah, honestly, that would be the nice setup play, especially because he can just go straight for leveling. Does he do the minigame? He was thinking about it. I think that's fair. If he left, I wouldn't have complained. Doing the minigame, also not going to complain.
Yeah, with a 23 left, you definitely... Either way is a good play.
Yeah, this is definitely just a very tricky seed to figure out right now. We will get our next world reveals from Sonic's end. He's at currently 6 of 8 progression points. I think Ragnoth, if he goes to TT2, he will get that. Oh, actually, no, he'll be 1 point shy.
He'll be shy, so he'll have to go into TT3 for that.
He might get it off of level 40, as well as Mansion.
Ooh, that's a good point, yeah.
I don't think he gets level 40 off of the TT2 fight. I'm pretty sure he won't. Man, the 17 though on drives is just gonna stare at the racers the whole scene.
It's gonna, yup, it is not gonna be a good time.
Straight to TT? No? Is he just gonna do 1k?
Okay, he's just gonna go do 1k. But again, fair play. He's got Magnera. You really don't need much more. Magnera will just make it a little faster.
He's doing the required content, which is all you really need to think about. Gonna go in the corner or close to a wall. So he has to use double magnet.
Yeah, so he's definitely gonna eat through his ethers, really.
I will say, he has money pouch, he has a lot of money because of all the enemies dropping money. So it's not hurting the bank that much.
No.
Yeah, so now he's out of ethers completely. He does have a potion, which I guess is fine. He could have, in theory, maybe swapped out the potion for an ether. Okay, takes an RC, plays it a little bit safe. Oh, couldn't get the RC there.
Right,
Finally gets one.
Yeah, you're gonna do this till his MP's back, then I expect him to do this a little bit, just to dwindle that number down.
We get our next couple world reveals from Sonic's end. The one over is a 24, so pretty okay amount. I expect some 3s to be there. Meanwhile, I believe Agrabah got hinted, it's a 0, so it's only the Blizzard, only the Reflect.
Yeah, and Sonic immediately just going to Zigbar and do a tower climb.
Torn page off of levels. Honestly,
okay,
that's pretty okay.
That's, yeah. We knew there was a 5 there. So, yeah, I mean, he could go further into 100 Acre now that he did the minigame.
You know, Ragnoth with the swag finish. I like it. Yeah, he's still 1 point shy of that hint. He does have Demix prepped, which is all that matters. Oh, he goes to Pride Lands. Okay, that might be a misinput.
Yeah.
Okay, he will check.
I was gonna say he could
Golden chest.
You could also go fly down for the peace check, but
yeah, I feel like that might be a little bit. Okay, shoutouts to Once More for saving Sonic there. Would have died if he didn't have that. Alright, time to see what's in some of these worlds. 23 points left in 100 Acre. It's a Trinity. It's okay. I think it's a little past the point of
little late for needing
points.
that.
Oh, it's a 16 and it's dead.
Yeah, it is. No reason to ever come back.
Now, in theory, it is a 9. It's a guaranteed 9, so it could be a visit unlock, or it could be a form. So
honestly, yeah, you're hurting for forms right now. So all these 9s are just, that hurts.
Yeah, free the dog. If you would like the dog free, please say free the dog.
What are you gonna say? Sub to geek.
You can also do that. You can also do that. I cannot promise a dog will show up if you sub, but. Okay, Sonic gonna go to 30 FPS here for Luxord. It's consistent. The cards are random in terms of the direction they go if you're not on 30. By doing 30, he can do consistent strats. Ragnoth, mistimes the second guard break. Unfortunate. He was going for double guard break, though. Guard break into reflect finisher into another guard break, and does a lot of damage. Ooh, okay, Sonic gonna do a little bit of limit leveling. Let's go for one more here, and that should be level 3. Alright, I respect that shot in the dark. Alright, Ragnoth getting those world reveals as well. He's already in the Wonder Was, so he's working his way towards that 29.
Yeah, and immediately as soon as he finished, Roxas there got it hinted, so we'll continue onwards.
He actually will have a nice spot here to level final as well. Something that Sonic was able to take advantage of by leaving TT station fight as late as possible.
Mm-hmm.
But even then, those final levels aren't really mattering too much. Yeah, he's gonna try to do some bit of leveling, maybe XP grind a tiny bit if he can. Yeah, you can see he's just sitting here waiting for an attack. Okay, Sonic going for the DM skip here, keeping up air combos, not doing a single finisher at all. And there we go, and Pan. So another 5, it's now a 19. Again, there can be 3s here still, so the 19 could just be one of those. Okay, we get a report. Tribes has pages. That's actually an okay hint. Again, that does mean there's one unknown 5 left, and we are missing 1 page, second chance, and proof. So that's a lot of 5s still out there. So Drives has a guaranteed 5. I think that's it. Yeah, that's all we can say with guaranteed info. At this point, maybe STT, or not maybe STT, maybe the Wonder Was could be 2 5s, 2 3s.
Yeah, we'll definitely see what it has after Sonic finishes Sonics here.
Yeah, I think you got hit on purpose to go have the option for limit.
Yep,
there it is.
Auto limit. Very clean
Super
fight from
solid
Sonic.
fight. Limit form, okay, so that's a form. Okay. They're happy about that, but it's not a 5, so the 5s are still at large. We do get 2 more world reveals. OC's a 35, and Hollow Bastion's an 18. So that is guaranteed 2 9s, I believe. It cannot be there cannot be 7s. I don't think there can be. Yeah, there can't be 5s either.
No. So yeah, Core looking a little good to go try and find your forms.
I will say, Core skip is disabled, so you do have to do the fights. So it does make things a tiny bit awkward.
Just a little bit.
Yeah, Ragnoth's gonna go for a bit of XP leveling here. We'll try to get some samurai hits in so that he can get to 1 HP. Or rather, below half. Just as a general thing to think about. You only have to go below half for XP boost, you don't have to be at 1 HP. Just so happens that getting comboed to 1 HP is more efficient than trying to get under half exactly. I will say, with that 18, I feel like maybe you could consider actually doing core to check if it is a proof, or not proof, if it's a form.
I mean, with it being 2 9s, it wouldn't hurt if you can get through the fights.
Man, what's kind of crazy is that both racers now, I feel like because of the circumstances, you have now access almost essentially to data Zemnis. So I don't know if either racer wants to.
I don't know if you would. That'd be
If you had Combo Master, it'd be fine. But
oh yeah,
they
if
still
they
don't
found
have it.
Combo Master, yeah, if you found Combo Master, you just do it.
Okay, Ragnoth getting those extra bit of levels here. Opting to just go for the Ragnarok. Wow, he gets the stagger there? That was kind of insane.
That's definitely insane. Meanwhile, Sonic's going to do earns here, then we'll finally get to the bulk of his checks in OC.
Now, if there is a proof here, Sonic is essentially in go mode. He just needs to figure out what data he needs to do, or he wants to do, rather, as the freebie. And then has to essentially prep for Zexion. Zexion, honestly, probably would be one of the easier fights to do, because you just sit there and spam fire. Obviously, there's more nuance to it than that, but essentially, you just spam fire.
Right.
You at least have one fire. It's pretty okay. Okay, we'll check pages. We'll get that thunder.
Yeah, Sonic will also know this world is dead.
Does the minigame? Okay.
I guess
I feel like that's fair. It is 1 point, yeah.
It just works towards that.
Ooh, yeah, I believe he gets a 49 here. Very nice. Right back into OC. Ooh, awkward slowdown there. Felt like super weird. Okay, unfortunately Ragnoth will get one Berserk out here. Have to deal with that.
Well, Sonic's
So should...
still not finding anything here.
35 still at large. That's kind of insane how he just hasn't found anything here. Wow.
Yeah, you're up to okay, you found a
finally gets one.
Okay, so that 9 in LOD was just identity disc. You're pretty fine with that.
It's actually a solid hint. No, it's not. No, there's no form there. Right, limit form for Ragnoth. I feel like maybe... I think he would probably leave. Oh, he's gotta try to level his forms here a little bit? Okay. A little surprised he's not opting to do it on the way up to Zemnis. Obviously, you don't have to do Zemnis, but there's a decent amount of nobodies in that specific room. So, oh, he gets hit somehow. Wow, and oh my god, that's insanely perfect and also kind of scary. Now it's in go mode, and you get a fire. Wow.
Okay, yeah.
So you have Flare Force for data demics. You have Final, and you have another form, so you can do Final Fire. You have Zexion, which you can do Final Fire on. You have Fyra, so it's not looking good.
No, Ragnoth needs to. Oh, would Ragnoth?
Oh, is he checking core?
Yeah.
Okay, he is gambling, trying to see if this 9s are any use to him. At this point for Sonic, he is just doing full world clears. Now, unfortunately, he doesn't have the Magnera to speed up 1K, but I don't think he really minds at this point.
I don't think he minds. But now if you're Sonic, what are you doing for your freebie?
Yeah, we have a guaranteed Data Demix, guaranteed AS Zexion and Data Zexion. Maybe you could do Data Axle, just Bum Rush to Mansion. Ragnoth on
Combo Master.
That's nice. You could do Data Zemnis. Because you're just one Zemnis fight away from that getting ready. I will say, because Ragnoth just went Combo Master, he's probably thinking that Data Zemnis is the play.
Oh yeah, if you're Ragnoth, you think Data is the play right now. And well, there's the last set of torn pages.
Fortunately, not that useful. Okay, he does get a form.
Valor form.
I think he's looking for Wisdom.
You're definitely looking for Wisdom.
So I'm curious what Sonic's going for. He's gonna do. He's really gonna do it for this option. Okay, he's opting to do Vexen as his data instead. I think that's totally fair. You do have Flare Force, you do have Fantasius, you can limit
everything
through
you
the
need.
DM. He might be able to maybe even go for a DM skip. He's probably not going to do it, he's probably just going to keep it safe. Fortunate for Ragnoth. Silly death there. Yeah, this is looking very good for Sonic.
Oh no, if you're a Sonic fan, you're sitting good.
Oh, this is such an annoying fight for Ragnoth here. He needs to always keep these enemies staggered. Yeah, okay. Fortunately, couldn't keep him that long. Yeah, this magnet being a little bit too high is causing a bit of problems. Okay, he does get a hit out. It's another magnet, very nice. Is almost on to last phase. Unfortunately, he is out. Okay, he's gonna go for a Drive Explosion just to try to get his MP back a little bit. Squeeze on a limit here. Yeah, has to panic Ragnarok. He literally had no other options because he was gonna die if he didn't do that.
Alright, finally gets through the fight.
Yeah, we'll be 1 point off of the last world reveal. I don't think that will mean too much. I think Ragnoth knows it comes down to OC and getting ready for Demix. Oh, he's having so much trouble with these platforms. Yeah. So I think he was being pulled backwards by the tornado step. Sorry. I forget which name it is. I think it's Spring Metal. He's getting just constantly pulled back by it, so that's why you were seeing him not really move forward.
Alright, options to throw a comet so he can get through this section. He's had enough.
Alright, still no sign of this 9. There's only these few checks here and then mushrooms. Proof of peace check.
Yeah, if you're Ragnoth, you want to find Wisdom, otherwise... that's gonna be so rough.
Yeah, the last check's on Proof of Peace. Sephi is disabled for these settings, he cannot have a check. Transport also disabled, and Data's also cannot have important checks, so it literally is just mushrooms. So we can't make the glide all the way down there if he really wants. I don't know if he's that desperate.
I mean, if he wants that Wisdom... But man, I don't know.
Yeah, it might not even be wisdom. It could just be could be Visit Unlock.
I was saying,
Technically, that's not a super boss.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I don't even know if wisdom would be enough.
Is he going for it?
He's going for it.
Okay, I respect it. Yeah. Hopefully it's useful, but at this point, his clock on this race is ticking down a bit. Sonic
I was gonna say,
is essentially prepped.
Even if it is wisdom, I don't know if that's going to be enough to like make his Demix that much faster.
Yep, Sonic going all the way down to Zexion. And Zexion gonna be free. Data also free. He just needs to play the slow game.
All right, just give Ragnoth wisdom, please.
It's Master. Oh no.
That's so bad.
There's another form. Now granted, he doesn't know as well that the proof is just an OC, so it is a form, there is a 5 guaranteed on levels, so he probably is super happy with that gamble. And unfortunately, he does have to play Form Lottery to find out that he's eventually wrong. Hopefully it's not too long a Form Lottery.
Right. Was this sitting on like Master 2 or 3 here?
Yeah, so Ragnoth has no drive. He's gonna pop a drive recovery before going to Gamblers. I think he's trying to figure out what he wants to do. There we go, I figured that out.
Meanwhile, Sonic finished with AS section. We'll immediately just go back and do the data.
Okay, Ragnoth opting to use both towers here to level Master. Except explosion, I still don't think that's actually useful enough. Gets the other money pouch. Okay.
Gets the money pouch, so...
And second chance, so he knows it's done, he gets to leave. Fortunately, that was very fast. Unfortunately, he had to go through mushrooms and did all of core. Now, man, the clock is just... Oh, it's ticking so fast. He finally goes to OC, does make the correct call. Fortunately, this might be the end of it. Now again, Sonic still has to do 1k plus Data Demix. Data Demix is pretty hard fight with the tools they have. They don't really have the best things to work with. Alright, does get Zexion between the books and the fires. We'll go for final form right away. And one thing to keep in mind is that doing these final fires to keep the stagger up, adds no RV. After this expires, because it's going to run out, he's going to go straight into single fires, or do multiple fires once Goofy's doing a tornado. The big thing that he has to keep in mind is that he's doing a fire as his party members are attacking, that way no RV is added. So far pretty solid. And he's basically just waiting until he builds his drive gauge back all the way up to 5. He's got to do like a bunch more fires for sure. He's also running out of ethers. I think he has elixirs or mega elixirs on, so he should be fine. Okay, he goes straight into final again. This will take him down 2 bars. He might be at the second bar. Ooh, just barely missing it. Has to throw the last ether. But he should have this fight fine. Is he out? Oh, he's gonna go for a Duckler finish. Okay, this might be the kill? Yeah, this should be the kill. Alright, very solid. Very, very nice. So that is 1 data down for Sonic. Honestly, with that many items, that was very scary and very impressive that he had the cognizance to go for Duckler like that. Alright, he's going, I believe this is AS only for now. So the easy fight. Ragnoth on his way to OC. Unfortunately, again, he will just be dealing with just having to do OC super late. Right. Onto Data Demic, or Data Vexen for Sonic here. Essentially, he's going to do the same strat. He is going to put on Elixirs only. Now, he will have to go through, I believe, 2 of those. He should be fine, though, because Vexen does take extra damage. Alright, starts off, he's going to try to break the shield with only ground combos. Does use Reflex, those are still fine. Man, this drive gauge, just, it is already gone. Now he's doing the same thing he did to Zexion here. Opting to just go for fires, add Nor V, push him into DM phase. Hopefully Donald doesn't immediately die when he gets to DM. He can maybe try to squeeze in the Duck Flare. Yeah. Okay, he's just gonna force out Duck Flare right away. Okay, does get the DM out. Throw out another Elixir. Oh, Donald takes a death. It's literally tricky. Man, unfortunate death there. If Donald didn't die, if he was able to squeeze out that Duck Flare in time, then he would be totally okay with that fight. Alright, hopefully no issues this time with this version of the fight. Or this part of the fight, rather. I suspect he might try to go for a Duck Flare a little bit later, potentially. Yeah, he's trying to go later. Okay, gets the DM. Alright, he's gonna get some drive gauge back. Gets back to 5, so we should be fine. We'll throw out an Elixir and just keep spamming with regular Common RC. Finally goes for the Mega Duck Flare. Now, hopefully Donald doesn't get nicked by an Ice Cube. He can go for Lemon Time. Okay, barely does. I don't think that's what he had exactly in mind, but he did get that. Alright. Yeah, so he perfectly let out his... He let his dry form run out. Or, sorry, the limit meter run out. So this doesn't kill, but he will just go straight... Actually, no, this will kill. Never mind. Wow. Okay. So that's 2 datas down. So that was the freebie data. Again, there's a proof on levels. So that's the one he opted to choose as the freebie. Meanwhile, Ragnoth is onto the Hydra fight. He still has quite a bit left to go. Sonic doing some last minute selling here. Yeah, he literally has no money, so he just has to sell whatever he can. Oddly enough, enemies do drop money. He just has shredded through everything. Yeah, still selling. It's a rough economy out here. He almost sold his elixirs. Oh, he's selling his ethers. Ooh, okay, I like that. Not something you see people do very often. Oh, he just needs to sell a bit more. Yeah, at this point, you don't need ethers if you're only doing just one fight. Oh yeah, he's supposed to do 1k. So we should be alright. Can use the last bit of ethers here. Okay, meanwhile, Ragnoth is gonna go do this part of the whatever was gonna do some maybe some leveling, form leveling to prep for data demics. So I think at this point he's probably considering just doing final form for a lot of bulk damage, especially because he also knows that he has to use Zexion. It will help. I will say, I don't think with the levels they have, I don't think he's expecting to get above level, which is why he's not actually XP grinding, just only form grinding strictly. I will say, it's so interesting to see the difference between these racers in terms of, we just see Ragnoth throwing out all these ethers freely just because of how much money it has, while Sonic's just been struggling with money for a bit. Where's Wisdom? It's probably an STT if I had to guess. Sure, I can reveal where it is after. Wisdom form is in Spooky Cave. I am very wrong about that. Alright, Ragnoth finally on his way to KotC2. Sonic just has to do a few more hits here. Now he gets to go do data demics. Alright, doing some last minute buying. God, he has, yeah, four megas. Sonic is chilling. He's good for the rest of the seed. Alright, mentally prepping as well as getting inventory prepped. Okay, one last check. Maybe you'll get a form out of this, maybe is what he's thinking. You should be happy about that though, finishing plus, it's pretty nice. I will say, it actually might not mean too much. Actually, no, you'll do a lot of extra fires if you decide to use final form on the final wave. I don't know if you do, especially just because you have Duck Flare. Now, reminder that he only has 4 item slots, and with only 4 item slots, you have to do 3 different parts of the data fight. So this can be a little tricky for sure. Alright, opts to go for final here on the 75 wave. Totally fair. Now he is running low. I suspect he might revert here as soon as he finishes this. No, it doesn't. Okay, opts to keep staying in final form. Alright, has one final wave, wave 25. Alright, now for the fun part of this fight, which is how long will it take to do demics? Oh, he's gonna do pan strats. Oh. Yeah. Reminder that this does work. You can pan, but you also can't kill him. You have to deal with the DM phase when he gets to low health. Also, this does add a bunch of RVs, so when he gets all the way down, he will just have to sit through retaliation after retaliation for a bit. In the meanwhile, while Sonic's doing that, we can see Ragnoth onto AS's Zexion here. Make sure he's locked on. We'll go for a Thunder into final here. Okay, Sonic does drop it. And again, his RV's super high. Yeah, takes a death. Oh, okay. He had high jump on, so that definitely messed him up, so he opts to take it off. Alright. AS Zexion down, Ragnoth onto the data. We'll see him do the exact same strats as Sonic did. You just do single fires. I believe his party members are relentless, so he should be covered. Yeah, Goofy also has Tornado. Exactly what you want out of this. I will say for Ragnoth, this will be a little bit faster, mostly just because he has more final levels to work with, more drive gauge. Oh, I was able to throw out the ether in time. Oh, it's only Goofy. So Donald just sits there. It's only Goofy that's attacking right now, which is fine. You only need one of them to be attacking to add RV, or to stop RV from being added. Okay, he's very close. Goes for the final again. So this won't kill to be close. He might try to go for Duck Flare here, potentially. Oh, yeah. Oh, that's so unfortunate. Goes for the Duck Flare. No, he does get caught after all. Oh no, yeah, he will get bookworlded. Or she will get DM'd. Oh, he never gets booked. Oh no, yep, okay. That's even worse. I think he was fully expecting a DM, which is why he ran away. I was expecting it too. Ends up getting book RC'd. Ah, okay. So Ragnoth was actually playing on it a little bit of a deficit. He had a potion equipped. Should be fine now. Sonic does drop the pan again. Super unfortunate here. And we'll say, I believe depending on the slope, maybe? Sometimes it drops. I have seen it just drop. Zexion does indeed just cheat. Not Zexion, Demix. Okay, Ragnoth throws out the Mega, so he should be covered. Oh, come on, Goofy, do your job, buddy. There you go, let's go, Goofy. Alright, back into final form. Meanwhile, Sonic very close to DM phase. Oh, he gets out! Oh no. Yeah, I think this is a little bit too much RV. Okay, thankfully he doesn't get booked here. He does get DM'd though. Not what you wanted to see. I will say that is potentially the argument of why you would maybe want Donald to also be on Relentless Attack, just so in case Goofy decides to run off in the distance, then there's no issues. Okay, Ragnoth will let the drive run out, go into another fire, throw the Mega. Come on, Goofy. Why are you so far away, bud? Help Ragnoth out. Alright, meanwhile, Sonic is in DM phase. Does this kill for Ragnoth? This should kill, right? Yeah, okay. Very nice for Ragnoth, but I will say, even though he has one data down, Sonic is just about to finish his third and final data. Goes for the Mega Duck Flare in the corner. Demix in the corner is really good. That's all you always want. You're basically just spamming fires to assist while the Duck Flare does its own thing. Each rocket can individually target a clone. Yeah, this should just be death. Very nice. Using the tiny bit of fight knowledge. And that is GG's to Sonic. Big congrats to him. Wow, honestly, that was a super wacky seed. It's pretty silly with regards to where items where checks are, with the hints. All the big bulky worlds got hinted super late, which you never want to see. But he made it through, very solid. Ragnoth on his way to Demix here. Had to do the glide all the way back from the Crystal Fisher. And I believe Ragnoth does have race time hidden, so I don't think he knows that he lost yet. I think he's just gonna finish this seed out. He shouldn't be too far behind, so we'll keep watching him for the time being. Meanwhile, for those who are still interested in some random races, we got one more race coming up after the conclusion of this. We have Rafspect versus Silenza, so that should be exciting to see. They'll be doing a Yeet the Crown race. They'll actually be playing on slightly hard item placement. So if you wanna see that, if you wanna see some people do a bit of a struggle with some seed, then that is a place to be. And we'll see how Ragnoth gets through this. I think he's in a little bit better of a position. Yeah. Also, as a reminder for winners semis here, this is for Masters Division specific. This is a best of 3, so Sonic now has a 1-0 lead up on Sonic, or sorry, up on Ragnoth. Sonic does. So we will get to figure out what Sonic does ban as his format. Once he bans the format, Ragnoth can pick any of the other 4 formats to use against Sonic as he wishes. Yeah, I'll also go for Duck Flare here. Gonna try to go for as much damage as possible. Man, this is considerably much more damage than how Sonic was. Now, obviously, he is exhausting quite a bit of resources. He's gonna go for the Mega Duck Flare again. Alright, he is. He should have a bunch of items still, so he should be fine, especially just because his party members did throw some. Alright, he's almost down to the M phase. He just has about a bar and a half to go, I think, maybe a little bit under. Okay, he's just taking the hits, playing a bit passive, making sure he doesn't get killed. It's a 13 wave. Okay, this isn't DM. He will be able to get some attack in. Okay, we'll just get him down to 1 HP. Has to deal with 1 retaliation, but that should be DM phase. So he's gonna try his best to make sure he stays in the corner by not moving too much. Okay, he's just gonna take the hits. I think he's happy with that. Now he's against the wall, but that's still almost fine. Not exactly the corner, but it's close enough that it's still workable. Alright, on to the 13 wave. Gonna play it a bit slow. Go for just single fires here, just to get rid of the clones. Now on to 99. We'll go for the Mega Duck Flare. Same thing. He at least has Explosion, so he's gonna go for that. And go for Final Form. So this should clean up on its own. If anything, he can always revert potentially to go into another Mega Duck Flare if he really, really cared to do that. No, very solid fight. It's a Thunder finisher for Swag. But yeah, no, Ragnoth has to pick one last data. I wonder what he does choose. He did the 2 required ones. Let's see what he does. Oh, okay. He's taking off his party member. No, never mind. Is he gonna buy some more items potentially? Okay, he is gonna do Zemnis. Okay, that's gonna be exciting to watch. A bit spicier of a choice to choose here. Yeah, he's not going to open a single chest, he's just going to go all the way up to Zemnis. Now, he does have Calm Master, he does have Slide Dash, he does have Reflera, so this is honestly a pretty okay choice. Zeke, if you were to do Marley, you'd have to do all of Timeless River, because he only has done Future Peats. Luxord would probably be the closer choice, yeah, because you only would have to do GR2, the coins plus GR2, which would be faster than having to do all of TR. And then he would only have to do one data find versus Marley, you'd have to do AS Marley and 2 data Marley. And I will say, I think the turning point really for the seed was just so that Ragnoth opted to chase after forms. Sonic just chased after the big numbers from OC. Ooh, okay. What? Oh, he squeezes that in. Wow. Okay, very nice. Alright, yeah. I think he's just gonna make sure his menu's prepped. Puts on a combo plus. I like it. That will make sure the RV is working out nicely for him. Right, yeah. His deaths to leveling also weren't too much of a help either, for sure. Alright, on to the last bit here. Okay, drops the combo there, or drops the R's rather. Alright, throws out a Mega Elixir. Just gonna say here, guard this. Ooh, messes up the Slapshot Reflect. Yeah, that damage is looking rough. Alright, you're just gonna sit here. Thankfully, he does have second chance once more, so we will basically just not die as long as he keeps calm. He's a little patient. Oh, and straight into another DM. He's just gonna sit here, go for a late Trinity to make sure he catches him. Throws out his last Mega. Hopefully he gets to it in time. Okay, Xemnas is gonna walk. He might go into a DM out of this walk, so Ragnoth's being a bit patient. Yeah, he does. So he has to run away. So this might be... This might be building. Yeah, okay, he gets building. That's exactly what Ragnoth wants. Alright, that's the final blow there. Alright, I wonder what his item situation is like. He's looking at it now. What's on guard break? Gonna give Riku some extra ethers. Yeah, he's out of elixirs, or sorry, out of extra mega elixirs. Thankfully, he does have elixirs to cover it. Which is all you basically need. Riku pretty much lives this whole fight for some reason. Alright, unfortunate death there. I think that was much expected for him. Alright, gets another set of orbs, that's good. Keeps getting orbs, nice. Oh, gets vines. Okay, now I have to sit here, reflect. Opts to go into limit form. I think he might have been mashing, and he does have auto limit on if I'm not mistaken. Not exactly sure about that. Make sure he does reflect late. Gets the guard out in time. Alright, just dealing with a bit of laser phase. And unfortunately, this is now the slow part of the fight where he just has to deal with this part of the loop. Oh, he gets hit? Wow, how did he get... I can't believe he actually got clipped by the orb like that. Alright. Oh, he's a little bit airborne, so he's gonna get air combos here. Yeah, it's the unfortunate part of this fight. Okay, gets a guard out. Now Riku... Fortunately, I think he might have used all his ethers. Oh, back in orbs. Okay, gets more orbs. Okay, this is DM, or this is dome skip. Now, unfortunately, he is out of bounds, so he just has to shoot some orbs. He does have a Mega Elixir, so at worst case, he is covered. Now, yeah, he's thunder immune. He's gonna try to kill him with blizzards. Oh no, he gets domed! No shot. Oh no. I think at that point he's taking the dome. Yeah. Well, super unfortunate end. No, unfortunately, again, look at the load list. It's about a, it's almost looking like a 8-minute difference, 8-9-minute difference. But, on that note, that'll be it for that match. Again, that is only game 1. They will get to race again. We will catch up later and see what Sonic opts to ban as the format. So Ragnoth will have to pick one of the 4 others. But wow, what a race! Damn, it came down to progression hits and just leaning more on them, as well as a little bit of form bait and OC. What a tough seed, honestly, super tough seed to play. Big GGs to both racers though.